Good morning. Today is Monday, February 2nd, 2026. It is 10:02 a.m. and I call this meeting of the Platte County Commission to order. Commissioner Burbrick, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Well, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item on our agenda today is the approval of the agenda.
I move approval of the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburg?
Yes.
The motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda is the consent calendar.
I move to approve the consent calendar.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent calendar. Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburg?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next is business action items. First of which is 2026 CO002 to be presented by Captain Shanks.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Jeffrey Shanks for the Sheriff's Office, 2026 CO002. We're asking for approval of an order for an agreement between Platte County, Missouri and the Federal Signal Corporation. This is an annual renewal for Commander One software and support. This is for redundancy activation of our emergency sirens, our weather sirens throughout the county. We feel it's in the best interest of the citizens of Platte County for the Sheriff's Office to renew this and have that redundancy as we know that we have quite wonderful weather here in Missouri, especially this time of year. The budget impact is $8,325. The funds are contained in the Sheriff's 2026 budget. This agreement was reviewed by the General Counsel of the Sheriff's Office, and also the auditors make sure the funds are available as well.
I move approval of 2026-CO-002 renewal of the Commander One software agreement with Federal Signal Corporation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments on this item? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburg?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next is 2026 CO008.
Jeffrey Shanks again for the Sheriff's Office, 2026 CO008. We're asking approval for an order, an agreement between Platte County, Missouri and DroneSense. This is for the purpose of our unmanned aircraft system tracking, streaming, and data retention of flights for the Platte County Sheriff's Office for our drone program. This is not a renewal. This is actually upgraded software that's replacing software that we were using previously. This is a more robust software that allows better data retention and compliance with the FAA standards for our unmanned drone program. The budget impact is $12,600. Funds are contained with the Sheriff's 2026 budget. The agreement was reviewed by the General Counsel of the Sheriff's Office and by the auditor as well to make sure the funds were available.
I move to approve 2026-CO-008 for DroneSense software renewal.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburg?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next on the agenda, 2026 CO009.
Jeffrey Shanks for the Sheriff's Office again, 2026 CO009. We're asking for an order approving the contract between Platte County, Missouri and CFKAA Holdings LLC, also known as Artura. This is our annual tow management services agreement. It allows us to quickly dispatch non-preference and for tows for vehicles throughout Platte County with the Sheriff's Office. And again, it's a renewal. We've been with this company for several years. It effectively manages and provides fair. It also locks in pricing for individuals needing a tow so that they're guaranteed a fair price that's set by the contract. The budget impact for this is $10,000. This was actually included in the 2025 budget and encumbered there. The contract has been reviewed by the General Counsel and the auditor certified the funds are available.
I move approval of 2026-CO-009 contract renewal with CFKAA Holding for tow services.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Burger?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanderburg?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Next is 2026 CO0110.
Jeffrey Shanks for
One
the
zero.
Sheriff's Office.
010. Thank you.
2026 CO0010. This is the annual approval of the contract between Platte County and the Kansas City Metropolitan Crime Commission for the Crime Stoppers program. This is our TIPS hotline. There are multiple agencies that share the cost for maintaining the TIPS hotline. This is our share and our annual renewal of that contract so we can stay part of the Crime Stoppers at TIPS hotline program. The budget impact is $1,650. It is included in the Sheriff's Office 2026 budget. The General Counsel has reviewed the agreement and the auditor is certified that the funds are available.
I move to approve 2026-CO-010 contract renewal with KCM CC Crime Stoppers Program.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
And motion carries 3-0.
Thank you, Commissioner.
We have one more, 2026 CO011.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Tony Avery, Platte County Radio System Manager. What you have before you, 2026 CO011, is a contract between Platte County and Midwest Mobile Radio System for the purchase and installation of an 11 gigahertz microwave link between the new Sheriff's Office on Plaza Circle Drive and the Kansas City radio tower at 112th and I-29. Backstory, the FCC is in the process of giving away the 4.9 gigahertz spectrum to FirstNet, and I was able to secure a 1-year extension on the current 4.9. This is one of our jumping on points to the Kansas City system for the Platte County Public Safety Radio system. The current budgetary impact is $23,216.80, and it is included in the 2026 budget if you were to approve it.
I move approval of 2026-CO-011, a contract with Midwest Mobile Radio Services for 11 gigahertz microwave device.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Fryerson?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
And motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Tony.
Commissioners.
Next on the agenda, 2026 CO013 to be presented by Platte County Assessor Marcus Farr. Good morning, Marcus.
Good morning, Commissioners. Madam Clerk, Marcus Farr, Platte County Assessor. This item is Commission Order 26 CO013. This is requesting approval to replace and trade in a fleet vehicle of the Platte County Assessor's Office. The vehicle being replaced is a 2015 Ford F-150 pickup, and over the past several years, it has become a maintenance burden, more frequent repairs, and looking ahead at anticipated repairs. We do know the maintenance costs are currently rising, which we all know is not very cost effective. Let's see, the current pickup today is larger than necessary. It is not practical for conducting the field activities in the expected environment that we currently practice today. The proposed replacement vehicle is smaller, more compact, and better suited for travel throughout Platte County, daily field inspections, as well as active and congested construction zones, while at the same time it is improving on fuel efficiency. This is not an extension or expansion to the fleet. This is simply a replacement. The actual invoice value of the replacement vehicle is $35024. This is being purchased through the county's approved bid contract with Airport Dodge, which is in compliance with the county's purchasing requirements. The cost of the vehicle is already budgeted through the Assessor's Office's assessment fund. And approving this vehicle today helps reduce the ongoing maintenance expenses, improves fleet reliability, and avoids higher long-term repair costs. With having said that, I request your approval.
I move to approve 2026-CO-013 to order a replacement and trade-in fleet vehicle for the Assessor's Office.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. Are there any comments?
I have a question.
Yes.
Marcus, normally on county orders that involve money, there's a certification from the auditor that the funds are available. I don't see that on this one, and you didn't mention that. Is there a reason for the difference?
Say that one more time.
Normally, when someone presents a order to us that involves money, there's a statement that the auditor has certified that the funds are available. And you didn't say anything about that, and the auditor hasn't signed the CO, like, what are you holding?
Is this what you're talking about?
I
This is the auditor's signature right here?
can't really see it that far. Normally, it's part of the,
It was given to Tony Butler's by Jennifer Fox.
okay, so that is, the auditor has certified the funds are available. Okay, thank you.
And I believe you should have it in your packet.
It's not online.
I don't know what to tell you.
Any further comments? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Brinker?
Yes.
Commissioner Herbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Gager?
Yes.
And motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Marcus. Next on the agenda, 2026 CO014 to be presented by Director of Public Works, Bob Heim. Morning, Bob.
Good morning, Commissioners. Commissioners, this particular order is for awarding a contract to Wydell Construction. A little back history here. Back in October, we put this project out for bids. In November 3rd, the Commission approved Wydell as a successful bidder. The project also was submitted as a federally reimbursed project. So we are dipping into two federal funds, both the BRO fund and then the soft match credit fund. So this bridge in essence is going to be paid for by the federal government at close to 100%. There will probably be some miscellaneous costs that they do not cover, but 95 to 100%, somewhere in there. The total amount of this contract would be $1,084,921.75. This is on the South Crooked Road Bridge, which is just south of 45 Highway. The bridge is in pretty bad shape and has well exceeded its life expectancy. So with that, the county councilor has approved to form in legality and the auditor has certified that funds are available. Staff would recommend that the commission approve entering into this order.
I move approval of 2026-CO-014 contract award for the South Crooked Road South Bridge Replacement Project.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on this item. How long will that bridge be out for? And is there an alternative route for people that need to go down
There
there?
are alternative routes. They're not short,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but probably 2.5 to 3 months if everything goes well. And it'll start sometime in the spring. Maybe a little more backstory I should have put in here. Normally, we would have come to you much sooner for approval of this contract, but MoDOT being involved, they have to go through a lot of certifications. And sometimes that extends the length of projects. So I'm hoping that once we turn this back in, we can get started maybe early spring, be done by the end of spring, early summer, somewhere in there, depending on how quickly MoDOT will move the paperwork along.
Thank you. Any further questions? Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioner Brinker?
Yes.
Commissioner Herbert?
Yes.
Commissioner Gager?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Bob. Next on the agenda, announcements from county office holders and staff. Seeing none. County Administrator Wes Minder.
Good morning, Commissioners. On a happy note, our insurance provider, Midwest Public Risk, has a walking challenge, and they just had a 6-week walking challenge, which we had 3 teams participate in. We had a team with Anna Zirkel, Travis Yeomans, Brandon Hollenberger, and Jamie Bolsler. We had a team, Doug Konowalski, Krista Wilson, Amanda Blakely, Chelsea Blakely, Marcus Trice. And then we had a third team, myself, Heather Hansen, Kim Wyatt, Mike Werblow, Jackie Crichton. I am proud to say that the latter team, my team with Ms. Hansen, Wyatt, Crichton, and Mr. Werblow, we did finish third in the contest. And so I just wanted to pass along that I appreciate the 15 of us that participated in that challenge, even though it was cold outside. It's a very fun way for county staff to work on their health, keep their New Year's resolutions, and we just encourage other departments and office holders to participate in the next challenge.
And what did you get for finishing third?
We get this little kudos up here. That's all we got.
Congratulations. Thank you. Any further announcements from county office holders and staff? Comments from the general public? Commission comments? I have some comments. The Platte County Auditor today released a press release that I want to address. It's a couple important things to keep in mind when reviewing his information. Number one, the auditor says he's independently elected, and it is true, he is elected, but he is far from independent. He has forfeited his independence and has effectively become a mouthpiece for the sheriff's office and the prosecutor's office in a dispute that we are having over the budget. He has chosen a side, and it's clear, and it has been clear, that that was the case since he presented his budget on the 2nd of January, or whenever that date was. So number one, he is not independent. His statement is a political one in an effort to force the commission to allocate more money to those two offices. Number two, the auditor also acts as the county's budget officer by statute. But he is a woefully inadequate budget officer. In the final month or so of the budget process, there were massive changes to the numbers on a regular basis. And when we gave the auditor our final budget numbers, he made at least 9 mistakes that I can count, totaling over $500,000. So he's not accurate. And he presents a budget to the commission completely void of any context. He takes numbers from the department heads and the office holders, and he essentially puts it in a book and he gives it to us. He makes a few adjustments, that's fine. But he doesn't have any feedback for the commission as to how this budget fits in with the overall direction of the county. If we adopt the auditor's budget, will that affect our ability to provide basic services in the future? We don't know. We have no idea. Does that budget fit into a set of projections that allow us to see what will happen in the future if we adopt this budget? Nope. We don't get projections. We are given a budget in a vacuum. And so we have to do the analysis. The auditor doesn't tell us any trends, no trailing 3 averages, nothing. So we're left with the task of figuring out how this fits in with past budgets and future budgets. And that's okay. We're okay doing that. But just so everybody knows, the auditor, who is the budget office, does nothing, none of that. And so we do our best in a very short period of time to come up with our projections as to how this is going to affect the county in the future based on trends in this budget and past budgets. And did we make mistakes in our calculations? Yes, we did. But that shouldn't be our job, frankly. We are policymakers up here. We are capable of doing budget work and financial analysis, but that's not our job. I would expect the budget officer to do more than the basics of presenting us with a thick stack of numbers. Where's the perspective? Where are the trends? Where are we headed in the future? If we would have honored the requests of different office holders, how would that affect our future ability to provide services to the county? We don't know. Because we don't have any perspective on any of this. I would put the auditor's responsibility as a budget officer at a barely passing grade because he does the bare minimum. And as I said, yes, we made mistakes in our calculations. I'm okay with that. We're refining them. We're trying to do a better job, but it's not our job. Any further comments?
Yeah. I have read Kevin Robinson's latest press release. I've studied the budget for hours. We worked on the budget for weeks, discussed it with everyone that would come and talk to us about it. Even the county auditor says the law enforcement budgets have increased by an average of 10% each year from 2022 to 2026. Their budgets have increased by millions of dollars. No one with a rational mind could look at that and say we are defunding law enforcement.
Any comments?
Yeah, my only comment is just about all the things that have been going on in the press and in these meetings the last few weeks. And I have tried to reach out to elected officials. I've offered meetings to discuss the budget, and so I can understand more of the ask and what went wrong. And those meetings have not happened because the invitation has not been accepted. So I did have a meeting with the auditor to try to understand some numbers, which was welcome, and I learned a lot. There's still a lot more to learn, but I've sat in this seat for 13 months and trying to understand the budget and the numbers so that I can explain them to my neighbor at the mailbox and to, my friend at the Y at my yoga class. And it's difficult. So I'm glad that we have a new system in place because the last 3 years of numbers, 2.5 years of numbers are much easier to understand. But unfortunately, none of the historical numbers have came over into the system. And that's a problem because no one is able to decipher the historical numbers and trends. So there's still a lot more work to do. My door is always open, and I'm always willing to have the conversation if anyone wants to accept my invitation.
Okay. See no more comments?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Clerk, please call the roll. Yes.
Commissioner Berger?
Yes.
Commissioner Vanacker?
Yes.
That motion carries 3-0. It's 10:25 a.m. and we are adjourned.